Good morning, children. Sai Ram. I again welcome you all to the online class of economics. Children, in the previous video, we have learned the third and the last method of estimating the national income, that was expenditure method. So far, we have learned all the three different methods of estimating the national income, and we have completed the theoretical as well as the numerical part of these methods, and we have completed the fourth unit as well as the first unit of our macroeconomics, which contains a weightage of 10 marks in your board examination. So children, today I again going to take some of the numericals by which we can successfully calculate or estimate the national income, or we can find out various aggregates with the concept of certain rules and certain conversion. So I am going to start up with the first question today. The question number first is here in your screen. So children, let us take the first numerical. The first numerical is we have to calculate NNP at NP by income method and expenditure method. The values what we have given as is wages and salaries is 700, personal consumption expenditure is 700, employers contribution to social security schemes is 100, gross business fixed investment is 60, gross residential construction investment is 60, gross public investment is 40, inventory investment is 20, profit is 100, government expenditure is 200, net factor income from abroad is minus 10, rent is 50, export is 40, import is 20, interest is 40, mixed income is 100, depreciation is 0, indirect taxes is 20, and subsidies is 10 given to you. Now we are going to solve this numericals. First we have to calculate NNP by income method. So children, when we are going to solve it by the income method, we will write the components, or you can say the formula of estimating the national income by income method. The first is compensation of employees, rent and royalty, interest, profit, mixed income. When we are adding all these components, we will get directly the value of NDPFC. Children, here the value of compensation of employees is not given to you directly, but some subhead values are given, like wages and salaries is 700, which is given to us. Employees contribution to social security scheme is 100. So children, when 700 plus with 800, it becomes the value of compensation of employees, that is 800. Whereas rent and royalty is given us is 50, interest is 40, profit is 100, and mixed income is also 100. So when I am adding all these values like compensation of employees, rent, interest, profit, and mixed income, we will get the value of NDPFC, which is 1090. Now children, as we have to find out NNP, we will have to start here the conversion. Now at first place n is to n, there is no conversion because net is to be converted into net. But at second place you just see domestic has to be converted into national. Therefore we are adding here NFIA, and factor cost has to be converted into market price. That is why we are adding NIT. So 1090 plus the value of NFI is minus 10 given, whereas the value of NIT is 10. How the value of NIT is 10? We will apply a formula of NIT. NIT is equals to indirect tax minus subsidies. The value of indirect tax is 20, whereas subsidies is 10. So 20 minus 10, it becomes rupees 10. That is the value of NIT. So with this values, we will find out NNP, that is 1090 rupees. This is the answer by an income method. Now we are solving the same question by expenditure method. We will apply here the same formula of estimating the national income by expenditure method. That is personal consumption expenditure plus government final consumption expenditure, thereafter investment expenditure, and plus net exports. Now children, here the value of personal consumption expenditure is given as 700, government final consumption expenditure is given as 200, whereas we don't have the value of investment expenditure, or you can say gross domestic capital formation. But we will find out the value by our own way. Like investment expenditure, we can also write as gross domestic capital formation, and which is always equal to gross domestic fixed capital formation and plus inventory investment. So children, here gross domestic capital formation value is not given as, we will find out by our own way. If you have learned the concept, all the previous videos of estimating the expenditure method, I have explained you everything in briefly, that gross domestic capital formation is again classified into three categories, and these categories are gross business fixed investment, gross residential construction investment, and at very last gross public investment. So all three values are given as like 60, 60 and 40. When we adding all these values, we will get the value of gross domestic fixed capital formation. Children, here fixed is missing, that is gross domestic fixed capital formation, that it now values become 160, and when we add the inventory investment with this 160, it becomes the investment expenditure, or it becomes the gross domestic capital formation value. So that is why I have written here is 180 at the downside of these values. And the value of net exports can be calculated when export minus imports. The value of export is 20, whereas export is 40 and import is 20. So when we are putting up into the formulas and adding all these values, we will get the value of GDP MP, that is 1100. Children, I have already explained you from the first, that is from, you can say, from value added method and from the expenditure method. When we are adding all the components, or when we are adding all the formulas, we will get the value of GDP MP, and once we get the value of GDP MP, we will convert it into NNP MP. So children, here the conversion starts. Gross is to be converted into net, that is why we have to subtract the depreciation, and domestic has to be converted into national, that is why we are adding NFIA. Therefore NNP MP equals to GDP MP minus depreciation plus NFIA. So by putting up the values, 1100 minus 0, that is the value of depreciation, and NFIA is minus 10. So 1100 minus rupees 10, it becomes 1090. So this is the way how we can solve us numericals. So children, now I am going to take the second numerical. This is numerical, we have to find out GDP MP. We have to find out GDP FC and factors income to abroad. So children, question is in front of you, you just see the slide. All the particulars with the relevant values are given in front of you with the slide, and we have to find out GDP FC and factors income to abroad. Now children, I am going to start our solution. Children, we have to find out GDP FC by income method. Why we are finding out GDP by income method? Because in the question, children, all the values, all the component values of income methods are given you in this question. If the components or if the values of expenditure items is given to you, then you can find out GDP FC by expenditure method. So children, why, again I am going to explain you why we are going to find out GDP FC by income method, because the values of various components of income method is given in this question, that is why we are applying this formula. So children, apply the same formula of estimating the national income by income method. We will putting up here the formula, that is compensation of employees, rent and royalty, interest, profit and mixed income. When we are adding all these components, we will get the value of NDPFC. So children, here the compensation of employees is given you as 1000, whereas rent and royalty is 250, interest is 200, profit is 200 and mixed income is 0. So children, when this 1000 plus 250 plus 200 and plus 200, it becomes 1650. That is the value of your NDPFC. Now children, NDPFC has to be converted to GDPFC. So the conversion take place only in the first place when net is to be converted into gross. We all know when net is to be converted into gross, we have to add the depreciation. But children, the value of depreciation is not given to you in this question. Now the depreciation value we can find out. Children, we all know very well that gross domestic capital formation, which we call as income method, is further classified into two categories. The first is gross domestic fixed capital formation and second is inventory investment. So children, with this subheads we can find out the value of depreciation. You just see here in this question, children, the value of net fixed capital formation is given to you is 200, whereas gross domestic capital formation is given to you is 300. So children, with these two values we can find out the value of depreciation, as the value of depreciation is not given to you in this question. So as we all know, gross domestic capital formation is what? It is the sum total of gross domestic fixed capital formation plus change in stock. So children, when you going to apply this formula, you will definitely get the value of depreciation, like gross domestic capital formation minus inventory investment minus net fixed capital formation. The value of gross domestic capital formation is given as 300 minus 50 and minus 200, that is the value of net fixed capital formation which is given in this question. So when we are adding 300 minus 250, we will get the value of depreciation. So here we can easily find out GDPFC, that is NDPFC plus depreciation. Now 1650 is the value of NDPFC and the depreciation is 50. So GDPFC becomes 700. Now let us find out the value of factors income to abroad. Children, here we have to convert GDPFC to GNPMP, because in this question the value of GNPMP is given, that is 1800. So at the second place we are converting domestic into national, therefore we are adding NFIA, and factor cost to market price we are adding NIT. Therefore we are putting up into the equation, that is GDPFC plus NFIA plus NIT equals to GNPMP. Therefore 1700 plus NFIA, I keep this values the same way because this value is not to be given. If I get the value of NFIA, we can easily find out the value of factors income to abroad, because factors income from abroad is given to us in this question. So 1700 plus NFIA plus 120 is the value of NIT, and it becomes equal to GNPMP, which is 1800. So we are adding this 1700 plus 120 is 1820 plus NFIA is equals to 1800, or NFIA is equals to 1800 minus 1820. So the value of NFIA is minus 20 here in the right side at the down. So children, we all know very well that NFIA is equals to factor income received from abroad minus factors income paid to abroad. The value of NFIA is minus 20, whereas factors income received from abroad is 80, and minus factors income paid to abroad. So children, here we are sending the factors income paid to abroad on the left hand side and sending minus 20 to the right hand side. We will get the value of factors income to abroad. It becomes 100, because minus 20 is to be is become positive when it moves to the right hand side. So therefore 80 plus 20, it becomes 100. So this is the way to find out the factors income paid to abroad. Now children, we are going to start the third question again. The question is in front of you. We have to find out GDP at MP by income method and national income by expenditure method. All these relevant values are given in front of you, and with this given values we can easily find out GDP-MP by income method as well as the expenditure method. So GDP-MP we are finding out first by income method, that is compensation of employees, rent and royalty, interest, profit and mixed income. These all are the components of income method. When we adding all these values, we are getting the value of NDP-FC, that is domestic income. So compensation of employees is given as 13,000, whereas the values of rent, interest and profit is given as 5,000. So 13,000 plus 5,000 plus the value of mixed income is 16,000. So it becomes 34,000 the value of NDP-FC. Now again we are converting NDP-FC to GDP-MP. So at first place net is to be converted into gross, that is why depreciation is adding, and factor cost to be converting into market price, that is why net indirect tax we are adding. So we are putting it into the equation, GDP-MP equals to NDP-FC plus depreciation plus NIT, that is 34,000 plus 2,200 plus the value of indirect tax is given as 3,700 and the value of subsidies is given as 300 only. So therefore 3,700 minus 300, it becomes 3,400. So 34,000 plus 2,200 plus 3,400, therefore it becomes the value of GDP-MP is equals to 39,600. So children, when the same question we have to solve by the expenditure method, that is why we are applying the formulas, that is private final consumption expenditure plus government final consumption expenditure plus gross domestic capital formation plus net exports is equals to GDP-MP. Children, private final consumption expenditure is given as 27,000, whereas government final consumption expenditure is given as 3,600, but the value of gross domestic capital formation is not given as in the question. Their subhead values are given, like gross fixed capital formation is given as gross fixed capital formation is given as 8,100, whereas change in stock is given as 1,000. Change in stock is also known as inventory investment. I hope you all know about it. So therefore gross fixed capital formation plus change in stock, that is 1,000, it becomes the value of gross domestic capital formation, that is 9,100. Whereas net export is export minus import, 1,700 minus import is 1,800. Therefore the value of net export becomes as minus 100. So when we are adding all these values like 27,000 plus 3,600 plus 9,100 plus minus 100, we get 39,600. This is the value of GDP-MP, and we have been asked to find out national income by expenditure method. Therefore national income, that is NNP-FC, is equal to GDP-MP minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT. Therefore 39,600 minus 2,200, this is the value of depreciation, whereas the value of NFI is minus 250 and minus 3,400 is the value of net indirect tax. So when we are subtracting all these values, we are getting the value of NNP-FC, which is 33,750. Now question number 4, children. We have to find out sales from the following given data. Intermediate cost is 700, consumption of fixed capital is 80, change in stock is minus 50 and the subsidies is 60, whereas net value added at factor cost is 1,300 and export is 50. We have to find out the value of sales. So we are applying the same formula, value added is equals to sales plus change in stock minus intermediate consumption. By putting up the value, sales plus change in stock is minus 50 and intermediate cost is 700. Therefore GDP-MP becomes sales minus 750. This value added is also represented by GDP-MP, you all know, is equals to sales minus 750. Now we are start converting the GDP-MP to NVAFC, which is known as NDP-FC. Now gross is to be converted into net. That is why depreciation we are subtracting. Market price to be converted into factor cost. That is why we are subtracting the NIT. Therefore, GDP-MP minus depreciation minus NIT is equals to NDP-FC, and by putting up the values we can easily add or subtract, and by this way we are finding out the value of sales, that is 2070. Now this is the solution of this question number 4, and at last I am taking the last question, that is question number 5. And on the basis of the following data you have to prove that net value added at factor cost is equals to the income generated. Addition to stock, sales, net indirect taxes, purchase of raw material, expenses on power, consumption of fixed capital, rent, compensation of employees, interest, dividend, corporate gain tax, undistributed profit. This all values are given here, and we have to prove that the value of net value added at factor cost is equals to the income generated. Now children, understand this question. In this way, in this question you have to first find out the NDP-FC by the value added method, because sales adding to the stock and purchase of raw material, expenses on power, the values are given, and these all are the subheads of the first method, that is value added method. So children, here we are trying to solve this question, and net value added we are finding out by value added method, as I just said. It is equals to sales plus change in stock minus intermediate consumption. So 10,000 plus 1,000 minus intermediate consumption. Children, the value of intermediate consumption is not given, but the value of purchase of raw material as well as the expenses on power is given us. Purchase of raw material is 1,650, whereas expenses on power is 850. So therefore 10,000 plus 1,000, that is 11,000 minus 2,500, this is the value of intermediate consumption, and we will get the value of GDP-MP, that is 8,500. Now we are converting GDP-MP to NNP-FC. Gross is to be converting into net, that is why depreciation we have to subtract, and the value given is 500, and market price is to be converted into factor cost, that is why we are subtracting the net indirect tax, which is given as 800. Now GDP-MP is equals GDP-MP minus depreciation minus net indirect tax is equal to NDP-FC. So 8,500 is the value of GDP-MP, minus 500 is the depreciation, and minus 800 is the net indirect tax. Now when we are subtracting both these values with 8,500, we will get the value of NDP-FC, which is 7,200. Now this is the first answer we are calculated the NDP-FC by the value added method. Now we have to find out NDP-FC again by the income method. So we are applying the same formula: compensation of employees plus rent and royalty plus interest plus profits plus mixed income. These are the components of income method. When we adding all this, we will get directly the value of NDP-FC. Now children, here compensation of employees is given as 3,500, whereas rent and royalty is 700, interest is 1,000 given, but the profit is not given, but their subheads are given, like corporate gain tax is given us, and profit is instead of profit, corporate gain tax is given as 300, and a dividend is 1,500, and undistributed profit is 200. So 300 plus 1,500 is 1,800 plus 200, it becomes 2,000, and the value of mixed income is 0. So children, when all these values are adding with each other, like 3,500 plus 700 plus 1,000 and plus 2,000, it becomes 7,200. So with this income method, NDP-FC becomes is 7,200. So therefore children, it is proved that at net value added at factor cost is equal to the income generated. So children, all these are the various way of solving the numericals. I hope with this explanation you are obviously better understood how we can convert one aggregate into another aggregate and how we can easily find out the national income or a domestic income. So children, so far we have learned today the various numericals of solving the or estimating the national income. And children, this chapter and this unit is over today, and in the next video we are going to start the chapter number 5, that is introduction to money and money supply. So children, that's all for today, and have a nice day. Thank you so much, and Sai Ram.